the amount of homes that are shortage right now as far as new builds. They don't have the materials. They still have issues with that. You look at the price, the producer price index, which dropped nearly 1% in August. You're looking at these numbers, and it's saying this: the starts are great, the permits are great for builders. Now, they're starting to see a little bit better numbers as far as the overall materials. Construction workers are still a problem, but it's getting a little bit better. Now, the problem they have is that you got permits, and then when you go to complete the home, they're having issues completing the home. So they're getting people in the process of buying by getting permits started. But as far as getting all the labor, getting all the materials at the end, and finding out that they can get the home to close on time is still an issue. And I want to talk about it because you look at the materials and you look at the costs. Now, you look at drywall, that was skyrocketed, pre or post COVID, right? And then we see drywall that's actually gone up a lot of the costs on that. Then you look at also construction overall, we're still 14% higher, or we were at 14% higher for material costs, which has come down a little bit for some of these builders out there.
You can't get any material here.
Well, look, listen, what do you mean by that, Brett?
Well, I mean, that pretty much explains the whole, it's easy to start something and it's hard to finish something.
Mm-hmm. Well, look,
because the fact, the reality is that you have all of these supply chains backed up beyond belief.
Mm-hmm.
So what's it going to take to get that to freed up? I mean, it's a lot of bureaucratic.
But from what I understand,
bullshit.
One of the main problems, it's not the materials themselves, it's the labor force that's handling the logistics. For instance, you had the Port of LA, which was totally blacked up or what. They have the materials there.
Yep.
You have crane operating.
That's why they're all backed up.
You have crane operated unions because we need people overtime, we need this stuff, and they say no, it's not in our contract. And they're sitting back and they're just sitting there.
So it's there, but that's what I'm saying is try to actually get it here.
Yeah.
The
lumber has dropped now half. It was at its peak last year. And now it's dropped about half the cost.
Yeah.
And you look at
which we predicted, by the way. Everybody was freaking out.
Right.
It's fires. It's just simple
300%.
Simple economics why that was happening. Yeah. Don't freak out. Don't build a house right then, right? That was
right. Also steel mills, right? The steel mill product prices rose 5%. So a lot of the data is showing that in some ways that it's gotten better and in some ways it's not. And they're still, the builders are still, it's challenging to get all the stuff and everything in and get the home completed. And I'm going to tell you that majority of the people that I work with, I'm going to say majority of them are having to have extensions. And is it going to stop
every single person that I have in contract for a new home build? They're all not only extended, but like 3 or 4 months. Right. I'm supposed to have 2 that were supposed to close in October. So they're not going to happen until end of January.
I have a question.